And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another playoff predictions video. And if you saw the NBA one, you know it's time for the NHL playoffs. Stanley Cup playoffs, I should say. I'm not the biggest hockey fan right now. You'll know why in tomorrow's video. So, yeah. But I'm still going to do this anyways, because why not? Why not? I do it every year. Might as well do it this year. Well, we got a lot to go over. It's always an exciting time with the Stanley Cup playoffs. So hopefully that continues true this year. So let's just jump right into it. As always, I'm going to predict each series, who's going to win. And then, of course, I'll predict the winner of the Stanley Cup. And in that, I'm going to predict the winner of the finals, obviously, how many games I think it'll go to. I'll try and do the same for each series, but I probably won't keep it concrete. So, first up, in the Western Conference, we've got Winnipeg versus St. Louis, who's one of the wild card teams. And I'm going to go Winnipeg with this one, actually. Probably I'd say 6 games. Let's say 6 games. Nah, maybe 5. I don't know how many games they'll go to, but I'm going to pick Winnipeg to move on. Then Dallas and Colorado. This should be a good series. I'm going to pick the Avalanche to win this one, actually. I think this will be a very competitive series. Hopefully, Colorado can pull it out. Golden Knights, Vegas Golden Knights, and the Minnesota Wild. I'm going to pick the Wild to take the upset here because Vegas wastewater, Vegas wastewater, Vegas wastewater, and we don't want them moving on. And then the LA Kings playing Edmonton. I'm going to pick Edmonton to win this one. Because, again, California wastewater, California wastewater, California wastewater, and we don't want them to win. Then we have a Canadian matchup in the Eastern Conference, Toronto versus Ottawa. I'm going to pick Toronto to win this one. It seems like they're the best case here. Even though they don't have... Actually, you know what? I forgot. Toronto doesn't have good playoff success. Let's pick Ottawa to win this one, actually. Then Tampa Bay playing Florida. This is an interstate matchup. This should be really, really good. I could easily see this one going to 7 games with such close proximity to each team. But I'm going to pick... Tampa Bay to win, the Lightning to win this one. I'd say probably 7 games in that one, because that'll be a good matchup. And then in Washington, obviously they're high and mighty right now because Ovechkin just got the all-time NHL goals record from Wayne Gretzky, which is really awesome. So they're riding high. They're going to be playing Montreal. I'm going to pick Washington to win this one. I don't see them losing in this series just because of all that, and they're going to have home ice. I think this is going to be an easy Washington win. And then Carolina playing the Devils, New Jersey Devils. This should be a good series too, but I'm going to pick Carolina to win this one. I'll say about 6 games. I want to pick it 6 games. It'll be competitive, I think, but I think Carolina with the home ice will have very strong advantage here. So that is the first round. I'm going to do something special this year. I'm going to predict how many overtimes are going to happen in each round. I'm going to say 6 games are going to go to overtimes in the first round. There's 16 games. Say 8 go to overtime. Actually, half. And 5 of those 8 are going to go to double overtime. You heard it here first, folks. Maybe we'll even see a triple overtime. Oh, baby, a triple. But I'm not going to predict any of that. Let's continue with the matchups. Winnipeg playing Colorado. Matchup of the whiteouts teams. I'm going to pick Colorado to win this one. Just because Canada doesn't have a lot of luck at the playoffs. It's pretty generous to them, I feel like. I think I picked 3 of their teams to move on. But this would be where one of them falls. Right here. And then the Minnesota Wild playing Edmonton. I'm going to pick Minnesota to win this one. Same reasoning there as I said for the last one. Just not good playoff luck, I should say. And then I guess same thing here. Ottawa and Tampa would be matching up here. Pick Tampa to win this one. I think Ottawa also is a weaker team, so I don't think they would put up much of a fight, especially coming out of what would be a very daunting matchup against Toronto. I think they will be tired, and they will be easy pickings for the Lightning. And then Washington versus Carolina, what I think will be probably the best matchup of the second round. These are 2 very high-powered teams moving in. In this series, I could see easily going to 7 games. And that's what I think it's probably going to do. But I'm going to have to go with home ice again with Washington here to move on. And then we move to the Western Conference Finals, which would be Colorado versus Minnesota. And I'm going to pick Minnesota to win it in 6 games. Because I don't want Colorado back in the finals is really why. I want some parity in this league. So I'm picking Minnesota. Who would join them in the Eastern Conference? Washington versus Tampa. I'm going to pick Washington to win this one in probably 6 games. I'm going to pick them as well. I think it's going to be a competitive series, but I think Washington is just too powerful for Tampa to keep up, especially without home ice and the whole momentum thing. And that would mean we are in the Stanley Cup Finals. Minnesota Wild versus the Washington Capitals. This would be a very interesting Stanley Cup Finals matchup. I don't know how likely it is. I don't even know how competitive this series would be. I'll be honest with you. I haven't watched a lot of hockey this year. Professional hockey, at least. I haven't watched a lot of pro hockey. But I have watched some, and what I've seen is that Washington is really good, and I think they would steamroll the Wild. I will say that Washington wins this series in 5 games and takes home their 2nd Stanley Cup. So that's it. Probably won't happen. My predictions will probably be shot in the first day or whatnot. But that's okay because I just do this for fun. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for anything. So that's just how it is, you know? That's my predictions. What do you think of them? Let me know in the comment section down below. What is your predictions? Who do you think's going to win? Who you're rooting for? Could be different. You could think somebody's going to win, but you're rooting for somebody else. Or maybe it's similar, you know? Personally, if I had to root for a team, I would probably root for nobody. Yeah, fuck all these teams. Fuck hockey. Fuck professional hockey. Red Wings made it bad, and that's that. But there's 2 rules to remember here. The teams that waste water don't win, and Canadian teams are bad in the playoffs. So just know that. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it with this video. Stay tuned for much more amazing content. Until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.